Yo, yo, it's so fresh, it's so pimp in the spot with a glass in my grip. Hat down, spark a flame to the split. It's so fresh, take a sniff and feel the air in your breath. It's so pimp in your spot to keep your bitches in check.
I keep it fresh like the mesh up baguettes on your neck. Get respect over beats I finesse. My quest is to break down.
Yo, yo, it's so fresh, it's so pimp in the spot with a glass in my grip. Hat down, spark a flame to the split. It's so fresh, take a sniff and feel the air in your breath. It's so pimp in your spot to keep your bitches in check.
I keep it fresh like the mesh up baguettes on your neck. Get respect over beats I finesse. My quest is to break down your flesh, just to threats with a vet. Run me with notions plus a potion to get open. Yo, my focus is to sound off like text on your deck. Disrespect menu with intricate pin.
Hi world. This is Miss Standberry, Ernestine Standberry. Today is August 26th, Liberty Day. I want to give a shout out to Amy Goodman, Democracy Now!, Free Speech TV. You know, that's the logo on that shirt that you saw in the picture. And way back when I started my organization, I called Democracy Now! And I said, I want to use that logo on my t-shirts. And they said, well, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. So today, Democracy Now! Doing T-shirts and everything else. But the lady with the camera, that represents Amy Goodman. And this one represents Ernestine Standberry, International Pro-Life Federation. My color is the red, black, and green for the African-American flag. And I just want to give a shout out about Amy Goodman, somebody that you can get the real news. Free speech television is so important. Free speech TV, so support CAN TV and Free Speech TV. Support it by being members or starting your own shows here, because we need to keep free speech going. Florida and California, no more free speech, but let's keep it going here in Chicago. We have to have free speech television. I wanted to acknowledge this day because in 1920, the women's suffrage movement, they won their right to vote this day in history. And also back in 1970, the women's equality movement started by Betty Friedan, the feminist. And ever since then, we have had a lot of progress with ladies. Now, the International Pro-Life Federation is an organization designed to help overturn Roe v. Wade. PP, the Planned Parenthood Federation of America, that law, Roe v. Wade, has spread. So even Norma Jean McCorvey is in there trying to stop the mass murder. My Alpha 21 is a documentary that you can see out here. It's being shown all over America by Mark Crutcher. So I want to give a shout out to, I want to name some people here. And first and foremost, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And I want to say that Martin Luther King accepted the Margaret Sanger Award. People will say, well, why did he accept it? Well, during the time that she first started, she was talking about planning parents, planning your life and planning your children, and it sound good. That was way before Roe v. Wade. See, Roe v. Wade was in January 1973. That's way after Martin Luther King had died. But he did accept the award because she awarded him for his civil rights movement. And the award was for his civil rights duties. So I want to make that clear so you don't get confused. And also, shout out to the Chicago public school system and the children, the educators. And I want to shout out to Eleanor Roosevelt, founder of Roosevelt University. I want to acknowledge President Uhuru Kenyatta. He's the president of Kenya. Kenya is a pro-life country. Thank you, Lord, that he's a black pro-life president. Norma Jean McCorvey, she's now pro-life. Ex-Governor Rod Blagojevich, that's right, Women Ride Free. And he got rights for disabled people, and also he did a lot of medical help for women with breast cancer. Nelson Mandela, president of South Africa, he's recuperating. A shout out to Nelson Mandela. We're going to acknowledge him. And I'm also acknowledging my brother, Rensley Standberry Jr., Honor Marine 2 degrees, one in industrial management, one in theology. He's still in Michigan City State Penitentiary. He's gone on 22 years now for an unjust yes/no rape charge. That's 4 years less than Nelson Mandela. I want to shout out and acknowledge my father. My father, deceased Rensley Standberry Sr., a.k.a. Big Lee Mason. He was a Mason by trade. He helped build some of the buildings there. And also he was a Mason by sorority, entrepreneurs, nightclubs. He had the Western Wheel, public service. He was a member of the PAL organization, which was a public service organization. And plus he gave to 3 churches. And I just hope the churches was not saying don't drink and coming back asking my father for money. Okay, because Proverbs 31 is not talking about don't. The leaders don't. You know, Mark Crutcher, Life Dynamics. He's also does Live Talk, and I dub his shows every month here. Can TV, Mouth for 21. Mark Crutcher used to be very big in the car industry, but now he's committed to the pro-life movement. Pastor Rod Parsley, Breakthrough Ministry. Father Frank Pavoni, he's a pro-life activist. Issues for Life Foundation. To all other pro-life organizations, and Reverend Hunter of Learn and Life Talk, I want to acknowledge the Brownsville Historical Society. Curtis Baptiste, he's a descendant of John Point Baptiste de Sabo. Wycliffe John, Yale Haydey Foundation. Alveda King, she's a pro-life activist. The Illinois Right to Life, William Beckman. Troy Newman, Pro-Life America. Dr. Alan Ackles, Life Talk. Sherry Johnson, Life Talk, Pro-Life Action League. Joanne and Eric Scheidler. Helen Richardson was on my show. She's another black lady who's doing wonders in the pro-life movement. She has Safe Haven Pregnancy Center. And Michelle Obama, she's the first African-American first lady, and she's doing what she can do insofar as education with our children. Oprah Winfrey, the first African-American talk show host and the first American female with her own television show. And Gayle King, which I wish she would have kept her Gayle King show. William Doug Walls, a politician. He's an author, and he's also head of Yah Entertainment in Las Vegas. He's also president of American Shirt Shack Federation. His latest book, what is that? Laura Washington, political news commentator. DuSable Historical Museum. 50 Cent, Curtis Jackson III, humanitarian. The Energy Drink, SK. Beyonce Knowles, singer, rapper, and actress. Jay-Z, rapper. Nelly, rapper and entrepreneur. Eminem, rapper and entrepreneur. Drake and Fancy. Dr. Kyujin Nugent. She's the first Asian Fulbright scholar. Michelle Ray. She's the first Korean American that's out to raise the standards of students. Chloe Dao, is that D-A-O? The first Vietnamese American Asian fashion designer. Betty Nugent, she's the Vietnamese Scottish American. She's the one that's usually on CNN. She was the first to be on the news station. And Dr. Webb Evans of the United American Progress Association. Sax Preacher, Temple of Mercy. KNTV Chicago Access Network. William F. Godomsky, Technical Director. Alan E. Voss, Technical Director, KNTV. Mark Allen, Yvonne Spear, National Black United Front. CURE, Caucasian United for Reparation and Emancipation. NCOBRA, the National Coalition of Blacks for Reparation and Emancipation. And there are many men and women who have achieved, and there's too many to list at this time, but I also want to list a shout out to all of us unsung heroes. Now, I'm start out with myself, Ernestine Gwendolyn Standberry. I'm one of the black inventors, inventor of household appliances, all wireless, AC/DC, and the SkyX laptop paper copy PC. Also, KNTV producer, and Praise in Motion. These are African American praise dancers. Minister and Norma Jackson and Charmaine Dade. Mem Rose Naplicki, she's a community activist and Legal Shield representative. I'm also a Legal Shield representative. My nephew Reginald Murray, PhD, clinical psychologist, Indianapolis. Sarah Kenya Fu, House of Africa. Um, Anjanette Albert, mother of Darian Albert, community activist. China Carpenter, 11-year-old, who did a very good video, Beyonce's video, Girls Run the World. Carol Dunbar, founder and president of Queen Diva Productions and affiliate organizations. Gloria Satterfield, CAN-TV producer and member of Senior Network. Salim Abdul Khalik, author of Slavery and White Supremacies. He's also a member of the National and Cobra. Carlos Castillo, New Era Dance Company. Leon Lovin, CAN-TV producer and Senior Network at CAN-TV. And Shahan Karuma and son Ehil Karuma. Alderman Michelle Harris, the 8th Ward. Kwesi Ronald Harris, Director of Education at Chicago State. My son Khalid G. Standberry Lewis. He's also a rapper. He was at the Lollapalooza 2013. You can see him on YouTube, Supreme Cuts at Lollapalooza 2013. And also my son, Augustin Benjamin Amua. He is a certified, he's CEO of Knits and Knots, and he's also a principal at Sin High School. Mrs. Luella McLaurin, founder of the Concerned Citizens of Burnside. Minister B. Elaine Bryan, she's the author of Prayer Matters, and also she is the author of A Prayer for Life. That is a particular prayer that we do when sent to Washington. She's also the founder of IGRAM, Intercessory Golden Rule Agape Ministry, which I am a member. Eve Angel Mama D, she's creator of Immaterial Road, Immaterial Academy, and also a community activist, and she's president and founder of the Global Committee commemorating King Days. Dwight Taylor, he's the president of the Concerned Citizens of Gary, Concerned Citizens Against Violence in Gary. Richardson Paulo, he's president of the African Life Youth Foundation in Kampala, Uganda. He's also head of the International Pro-Life Federation in Kampala, Uganda. Queen's sister, It Takes a Village, she's the head of that organization. Jonathan William O'Toole, of Project C, he's a supporter of the International Pro-Life Federation. Cabs Peterson, he's the head of the International Pro-Life Federation in Johannesburg, South Africa. Festo Mwasa, he's head of the International Pro-Life Federation in Kenya. Adiwale Abiodun, he's known as Abi, and he's the head of the International Pro-Life Federation in Nigeria. Dr. Ayo Mayad, she's president of Improve and also Be Nicer. Pastor Robert Spicer, he's the educator and also pastor of the Inglewood Mennonite Church. Chandra Spicer, she's also a pastor at Inglewood Mennonite Church, and she's an entrepreneur. My niece is Rochelle French, she's an entrepreneur and hairstylist. Angela Bellows, she's a chemist and real estate developer. Catrice Sharp, she's an entrepreneur and she's also a designer. Joe Amos, he's a videographer, and he's also a member of Senior Network and CAN-TV. John K. Arnold, JK Marketing. Joyce Walker Productions. Bishop Linda Felix of Believers Tree of Life, community activist. She's also, like I say, the Bishop of Believers Tree of Life Outreach Mennonite Church, which I am their ambassador whenever they decide to have church. Pamela Dominguez, and she's a minister and organizer, member of IGRAM, and there's other pro-life groups that there's just too many to name. So this is just, I wanted to just acknowledge some of us today, and I'm just so glad everybody came, because I wanted to do this show particularly because it is about women, and it is about women making the right choices not to abort their babies. I'm called because my testimony, you can see my testimony on YouTube under my name, Ernestine Standberry. I had abortions before, and God has showed me that I'm called to help Say, don't do it. Just find another way. The government should have never got into that issue. Our banks are getting richer and richer. Chase Manhattan, Bank of America, Citibank, all these banks, they make tenfold. So when they lend money to abortionists and clinics, they make 10, their interest is just 10 times more. So that's like blood money. Like Alveda King say, that's blood money. And today's show is specifically for ladies. We're going to get ready for our fashion show with Carol Dunbar, Queen Diva Productions, and under that umbrella, 50 and Fabulous Ladies. So I want everyone to have a nice day. Remember, August 26th, Liberty Day. This is a great day in history. It's a great day in history, especially because African Americans were in slavery, and that move to vote, we ended up voting, and we can make a difference. We have to make a difference. We have to make a change. Have a good evening.
Yo, it's so fresh, it's so pimp in the spot with a glass in my grip. Hat down, sparkle flame to the split. It's so fresh, take a sniff and feel the air in your breath. It's so pimp in your spot to keep your bitches in check.
I keep it fresh like the mesh up baguettes on your neck. Give respect over beats I finesse. My quest is to break down your flesh, just to threats with a vet. Rummy with notions plus a potion.
I don't want no kid or this crazy.
1 2 1 2. Good afternoon. It's all about the women's movement here this afternoon. We're bringing to you fabulous young ladies who will display where we have come. The women's movement started in 1820. The 19th century saw us doing wonderful things. It saw women going to work. We saw women who weren't just sitting at home taking care of their children, but actually bringing home the bacon. And here in the new millennium, these women will display what we are all about today. So for those of you who would like to see more of the Queen Diva Productions, well, put your hands together and let's start the show. It was the 1900s, but here today in 2013, it's all about what a woman should wear, what a woman should look like. So ladies and gentlemen, we're saying to you, as you listen to the music from those days gone by, we focus on what fashion is all about here today. So let me get a little Michael Jackson, and we will be ready to bring you the Queen Diva Productions. Because we are bad. And women today, we're not sitting home, we're not cooking, and most of them are not cleaning because we've got children to feed. And today, in this economy, it takes two, a husband and a wife, to bring it all together. So with the women's movement being where it is today, we need to really put our hands together and bring these ladies a big round of applause. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm Carol Dunbar, your fashion commentator. And because we weren't even alive when the women's movement started, but here today, we can actually say it's still all about the women stepping out in fashion. Without further ado, Queen Diva Productions. As we say goodbye to summer, it's all about an explosion of color, soft, floating, drifting in the sunlight. Leggings were and still are the rage as we go into fall. We're saying to each and every one of you, as the women's movement moves forward, Fashion is a way of saying it without a word. So for you this evening, the women's movement moves on. Fall finds us stepping out in brilliant lemon yellow. For those of you who like the feel of leather, the full-length leather coat easing over the matching leather slack, highlighted with this beautiful leopard top hat. Leopard is a beautiful accessory to adorn any outfit. So ladies and gentlemen, you in your oversized trench, your matching pant, and your leopard chapeau. The new Millennium Woman gives you leather in a soft chocolate brown. This managed little fedora eases down over an eye. The two-piece leather outfit highlights a beautiful leather shoe. For the woman about town, add the proper accessory, be it a sunglasses or beautiful leather gloves and a touch of jewels at the neck. Ladies and gentlemen, the new Millennium Women. Moving forward, that's what it's all about. All that glitters is bejeweled and bedazzled. As you look through your fashion magazines, this is the season where you ladies are wearing a multitude of beautiful accessories. We take you back into the era of the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Bring all that glitters with this beautiful chocolate fedora, the knit skirt, and a beautiful evening slipper. This is what we are wearing for fall 2013. And if that's not enough for you, ladies, pull out all of the stops if you must. Navy highlights you. We centerize a tiny waistline. And look at the gunmetal studs highlighted to the front. This beautiful knit slack, comfortable. The beautiful accessories of gold highlight you at the neckline. And an open-toe shoe pulls the colors together. For the lady about town, ladies and gentlemen, the new Millennium Woman steps out and makes a fabulous impression. Making a fashion statement here this afternoon. Look at you, a beautiful reflection as we look at houndstooth drama in the oversized coat dressing, highlighted with the little sassy chapeau, complementing the look. For the woman about town, this is you as a peekaboo elongated black dress peeks from underneath. One-of-a-kind fashion designs created with you. The new Millennium Woman steps out. She commands attention and makes for a beautiful round of applause. The Queen Diva Productions. As we are getting ready to bring you the lady who is responsible for this afternoon's production, Miss Ernestine Standberry. Miss Ernestine Standberry is the producer of this afternoon's beautiful fashion. As we say, the Millennium Woman comes in all shapes and all sizes. And this evening, in her three-piece ensemble, ignited in gold, highlighted with black jewels at the neck, she's comfortable in her look. She's a woman about history. She is a woman who marched with Martin. She's a woman who is an activist. And here this afternoon, this is a woman who is about doing beautiful things for women on the go. Show your love for Miss Ernestine Standberry, producer this afternoon. As we move into evening fashion, this is a gorgeous after 5 look. For the woman who's stepping out, the drama is focused in black. The sensuous slit front highlights you in this three-piece ensemble as you softly give this haltered reflection in cracked ice. The trim of the jacket highlighted in jewels adorned. And for every woman about Chicago, your accessories play a big role in how you wear your garment. Bejeweled, bedazzled, you are the Millennium Woman. You are moving forward. Where would we be without a handsome gentleman to escort us to and from? For the man about town steps out in a mannish pinstripe fedora, highlighted in tweed, one of the #1 fabrics of the season. Pop the collar up, highlight with cream the slack, softly pleat the front, and adorn with a polished shoe. This is Fall 2013. Men about town, if you will. Show your love right here. The little black dress, the little LBD, comes in a two-part story. In sequins, comfortable, softly falling over a hemline that rises to the occasion. In a stiletto shoe, the little booty hitting you at the ankle, comfortable with jewels adorned on the ear and at the wrist. For the young at heart, or for the woman who dares to be bare. This is what fashions are all about. As we move forward, say it without a word. Millennium women, rise to the occasion. Be all that you want to be and much, much more. The little batwing dress, highlighted in black, comfortable, ignited if you will, with gunmetal jeweled front. Look at you, a reflection of what you and youth can wear. For the woman about town, the hemline rises high. The look is in the little black dress highlighted short. Be comfortable in what you wear, comfortable in a heel and shoe. Make no mistake about it, we are all about fashion here today. Let's float the evening away in this beautiful floral bouquet in a multitude of color, elongated to the back and highlight beautifully cropped to the front. In the little hemline of a little pencil skirt hitting you above the knee. Be comfortable in the shoe that picks up the color in a beautiful shade of pink. For the woman about town, for the woman who knows fashion, we are Millennium Women, giving you just that. Ladies, 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 you and your fringe benefits. Adorn yourself in a shawl on the shoulder, in a slim column of black, highlighted with a beautiful strappy heel in suede. As we look into fall, the jewel tones are embedded